Hi, I'm Tara, and this is your happy horoscope checkup for the Capricorn season. So, the holiday season is finishing up. The new year has begun. Happy New Year. Mercury is in retrograde, and now we are going to welcome our first full moon of 2023. It's going to be on Friday, January 6th, and it will be in the sign of Cancer. So, Cancer is a water sign. It's a very emotional water sign. Everyone's emotions are going to be running high, especially when it comes to matters involving your home. Cancer energy is all about home. And we all have a lot of different homes. Cancer runs from the heart. And it's all about nurturing and nesting and creating a home wherever the energy feels loving and safe and comfortable. So your home can be obviously the place that you live in, or maybe not. It could be your family, your friends, it could be your job, your coworkers. It could be your body. Your body is definitely your home. That's where your heart lives. It can be a book, a plant. It could be your pets. Anything that you put your love, your nurturing, your positive energy into, that's your home. And it's places and people and things and activities that make you feel good. And you expect to be getting that same energy back from it. You put all of your love and energy in, and you expect to get all of that energy back. But sometimes that energy doesn't come back the way that you expect. Like sometimes you have very bad kittens. Sometimes you follow your heart and you make decisions that you probably shouldn't have made. But anyway, I have I have some kitten situations going on behind me. Anyway, like I said, sometimes the energy doesn't come back the way that you expect. And that's when you see the other side of Cancer energy. Suddenly you're focused on what you're not receiving. And that's when that's when you start to feel bad. And some of those bad feelings that can come, it's like you feel burdened, you feel unappreciated, you feel unloved, you feel incompetent, you can feel misunderstood, all those kinds of things. It's kind of the flip side of all that nurturing energy that you've put in. You expect to get it back, but instead you get something else back. And because we're working with emotions that can kind of run rampant, things can go bad really quickly. And if you allow those bad feelings to kind of carry you away, you can end up feeling like really, really bad. And it's like the exact opposite of home. And that's the kind of thing that can happen right now with this full moon and with a lot of different energies going on. That's Willow in the corner there. Say hi to Willow. So the full moon is a moment of completion. And I like to think of the Cancer full moon as a time when we're reminded of, how can I put this? If you're going to love something, you have to love the whole thing. The good and the bad. That's the complete picture. Things are not one thing. Everything isn't all good. Everything isn't all bad. Things are always in motion. Sometimes we can get stuck in one of those places and just get carried away with that instead of allowing the energy to move. Okay. And I feel like the full moon, the Cancer full moon in particular, reminds us of that love that we put out, love it all. Love the bad stuff too, the stuff that makes you feel bad, because you know that's not going to stay. It's going to change, whether you change it or it changes on its own. But you can change it. You can start changing it right away by loving it. When you're faced with something that you don't like, when you're faced with something that feels bad, if you wrap your arms around it, if you wrap it in pink, if you give it your heart anyway and say, you know what, that's okay. I know this bad feeling is going to go away. Boom, it starts to go away. Besides a moment of completion, full moons also remind us that nothing is constant. Nothing is constant. We are not meant to be stagnant. Energy is always moving. I mean, we say the moon is full for 3 days, but technically the moon is completely full for maybe a few moments. And then it starts to wane, because that's how the energy, the universe is always in motion. And so is everything around you. So if you're going to put that energy into something and make it your home, love the whole thing, the good and the bad, and know that when you love that bad, the stuff that doesn't feel so good, I hate to use those words good and bad, they feel so like stark in a way, but I think you understand what I'm talking about here. You know, all of us, you know, have those moments where things just don't feel so good, and some of those moments may come right now. It's not the easiest time of year. Once the holidays are gone, a lot of people feel very low about that, and then a new year comes and there's a lot of expectations. Then we've got Mercury going in retrograde, so you've got a lot of outside stresses going on. And then all of a sudden your emotions are going, wee, let's go for a ride on the roller coaster, up and down. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm sad. And you're like, what do I do? It's a good time to remind yourself, nothing is constant. If you're on a low, if you're feeling sad, know that you're going to start going back up again soon. It's also important to remember that, you know what, it's a good time to think about your homes and think about maybe there's stuff that needs a little work in your homes. Maybe it's cluttered with some stuff that just isn't working for you anymore. Or maybe it needs a little refurbishing. Maybe, you know, the books that feel like home, maybe they need a new friend. Maybe it's time to try something different, to let go of anything that just doesn't, even when you put your love into it, it's still just not feeling that good. That's okay. Things aren't constant. So maybe it's time that you lovingly let it move on. But it's time to think about those things briefly. Don't dwell on them, and do not take action right now. This is not a good time to take action on anything like that. Again, like I said, you've got a full moon, so your emotions are running rampant. You want to wait until your thoughts and your feelings, everything is more grounded. And that will come in the coming days. And then once Mercury starts moving forward, you'll start to see the energy clearing, and that's when you can start to see clear paths towards, you know, something that might bring you more happiness. Just wait until the emotional energy has cleared, okay? And you want to make sure that your thoughts and your instincts are feeling nice and grounded before you do anything, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to share with you a mantra that I have been using for the last couple of days. I hope you write it down, you put it in big block letters in front of your computer, or put on sticky notes on your fridge, or whatever you have to do. Take it easy. Take it easy. When you start to feel overwhelmed, when you start to feel overwhelmed by a sadness or an anger or any of those emotions that don't feel good, take it easy. Take a breath. Let it go. This is a time to be taking it easy on yourself, on others. This is not a time to be pushing, to be forcing, to be beating yourself or anybody else up. This energy will pass. And when the energy passes, you want to be left feeling good in your home, in your homes. And you want to feel empowered to make any changes that are going to fill those homes with even more love and happiness, because that's what you deserve. Think about your homes. Think about loving everything that's in them. And think about any changes that you feel you might want to or you feel drawn to make. Just don't do it just yet. Take it easy on yourself and others. Okay? That is my advice for our first full moon in 2023. It's a beautiful moon. It really is. I mean, I think there's nothing more beautiful than really recognizing the loving homes that you have built for yourself and seeing them in totality and recognizing the good and maybe the not so good and loving all of it. There's nothing more beautiful than that, and just really feeling good about all of that. So just a reminder of our overall reading for the month. And this to me makes a lot more sense now than it did when I first drew the card. So the energy that was moving away from us was the heart chakra. And I think our full moon in Cancer is definitely related to this card and this energy. It's about what you love. It's about your relationships, whether it's a relationship with yourself or other people, or with your activities, your hobbies, with Netflix, whatever it is that you love. It's all about those things. And it's not about them going away. It's not about you making them go away or getting rid of stuff. It's about you seeing all of them and maybe changing your perspective on them. And maybe, seeing the truth. Sometimes the glare's going bad like it does off my glasses. Sometimes when we love something, we tend to glorify it and not see all of it. But the truth is such a beautiful thing. I know I'm a Sagittarian. We can't help it. We're just, even though we don't put it out there in the best way all the time, we love the truth. And, the truth really does set you free. It sets you free of anything that doesn't feel so good. And it helps you to wrap your arms around everything in your life and just love it for what it is. So I think that's what that love and relationship card was all about. It wasn't about getting rid of any of them. It was maybe about changing how you see them. And then in the present position, we were using our ear chakra and listening for guidance. That's your instincts. And it's a good time to be receiving messages from higher sources, and I'll talk about that in a second too. And then we're heading for manifestations. We're heading for bringing all that good energy that is around us, that we want to bring into our lives, that we want to have in our lives, and we want to ground it in reality so that, we do have that physical home also. Whether it be, like I said, a good book that really makes you happy to just sit and read, or maybe it's going to your favorite restaurant where the waiters know you and they bring you your favorite thing without you even asking for it, or like for me, it's going to a class and everybody's like, hey, Tara's here, that kind of thing. That's beautiful, and that's what life is all about. And that's what I hope that you will allow this full moon to help you embrace, while we're under this Capricorn sun that is very practical, but it's also very earthly, and it's about treasuring those earthy things that we have, those physical things that we have, treasuring them and making it count. Okay, so I did draw a card from the Chakra Zodiac Healing Oracle, which I don't know why I always have such a hard time saying that, for the full moon. But then I also felt very drawn to this deck that I've been using for myself personally. Again, the glare is just not. Anyway, it's called the Archangel Michael Sort of Like Oracle. I am just loving this deck very much. I'm almost every day I'm feeling drawn to pull a card, and I'm really feeling that energy from above. And I feel like it's really, so I drew a card from this deck too, because it felt like there was something that we all needed to hear from that. So let's see what our cards are. Okay, so for the astrological energy for our full moon in, oh my God, for our full moon, feel your emotions, the sacral chakra. Okay, you got to feel your feels. Okay, you can't hide from them. Well, I mean, you can, but you don't want to. You want to be living in your truth, and your emotions are your truth. If you feel it, that's who you are. Okay, you want to feel your feels. If it's not feeling that good, know that not so good feeling will pass. Wrap your arms around it. Imagine pink light around it. Imagine a sword of light coming from above, going through it, and transforming it into what you need to feel good. That's how you put your energy in, and that's how you look to the universe to put energy in, and use your emotions to guide you. But again, don't use them to take hard action right now. Use them to do more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more energetic work than it is physical work, okay? Before you approach the emotions that you're having on a physical basis, approach them on an energetic basis and see what you gain from that. What kind of intuition, what kind of messages, what kind of feelings might change from that. I think that's what this is letting us know. It's a good time to do the energetic work. Meditate, nap. You know, a lot of people have a hard time meditating. Napping, usually pretty easy. So, you know, whatever it is that you do that makes you feel, maybe you have oracle cards, you want to pull an oracle card and say, look, this is bothering, tell me what will bring light to this situation, or tell me what will make my emotion, will bring happy emotions, loving emotions for this. Okay, so that's our guidance, is feel your emotions, your sacral chakra, and that's the astrological. Now let's see what the Archangel Michael Sort of Light guidance is. Oh, this is beautiful. I pulled it. This came up for myself just the other day, and I was very excited. So the card we pulled is Your Vibration is Rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. When your energy rises, everything rises. When your vibration rises, you attract more positive, higher energies to you. And that's when you get those manifestations that you're looking for. They come to you. But you have to allow for the good to come in. Let your energy rise. Work with positive. Do your best to keep your thoughts positive. And if you can ask for help, ask for guidance. How do I do it? Tell me what will make me feel better. I asked that and ended up with another cat. But anyway, so That's our guidance. I hope that everyone enjoys the rest of their Capricorn season. I hope that you will take my advice and take it easy on yourself and on everyone around you. I am wishing you lots of love and light, and I will be back to talk about Aquarius. Is that what's next? Aquarius? Wait, I've lost it. Yes, I think it's Aquarius. Okay, I'll be back.